of art, photography, and the powerful impact those images can have when a child is diagnosed with cancer. Trips to the hospital unfortunately become the new routine. Oftentimes, kids become isolated from school, siblings, and friends. It can be a challenge to find reasons to smile, but one Charlotte organization is doing all it can to change that. Carolina Impact's Jason Terzis has the story.
Now we're getting it. Okay, that's it right there.
It's your typical photo shoot.
37 years I've been a photographer. Okay, man, so bring down your hand a little bit so I can see a little more of that face.
Something Patrick Schneider has taken part in countless times.
Photojournalist, 25 years in newspaper. That's great right there. Perfect, looks good.
But this actually isn't your typical photo shoot.
You know, I was always looking for an opportunity to give back to the community, to be able to use my skills and craft to do so.
Patrick and so many others volunteer their time for Flashes of Hope, an organization that takes pictures of kids battling cancer and other life-threatening illnesses.
You know, you think you'd lay down your life for your kids. And you know, you want to protect them, you know, and then you've got this.
I think it takes a minute for people to understand sort of what types of pictures we're going to be capturing and what we're going to be doing.
By focusing on the child, cancer, at least temporarily, is put in the background.
For that 15-20 minutes that we get them in front of our cameras, we're trying to make it special for them.
Feeling special, at least for a little bit, will hopefully allow the kids to see themselves in a different light.
Because some of the kids that get in front of our cameras are coming straight from a treatment. And so they're tired and their energies are low, and they're dealing with just coming through the treatment itself. But if we can get a smile on their face, I mean, even a small one, that's a small victory for us.
Founded in Ohio by the parents of a child battling cancer, the Charlotte chapter of Flashes of Hope started in 2008 and has since photographed nearly 3,000 children and their families.
Overall, they cherish these pictures, maybe more than any other pictures that they have.
And it's all done by volunteers, from organizers to photographers, makeup artists, and hairstylists.
We would not be able to do what we do without volunteers, stylists, photographers, and financial donors. I mean, it costs money to do what we do, and we have people that donate their money, their hard-earned money, to help us continue to offer this service.
Photo shoots happen monthly at places like Novant Health Hemby Children's Hospital.
So we're really lucky, especially here in Charlotte. Our chapter has great relationships with the child life specialists and with various folks at the different hospitals. They understand who Flashes of Hope is, what we do, the quality of the work that we produce through our volunteer photographers.
While not all invited families take part, which is understandable given the circumstances, those that do are grateful.
We hadn't had time to take pictures all year long since he's got diagnosed March 1st, 2017. We hadn't been able to take any pictures.
Everything. It's just been amazing. I mean, this whole situation stinks, but there's been so many people that have gone above and beyond. I mean, the pictures are gonna be amazing. You know, the photographers, everybody, the makeup artists, taking time to do this. I mean, it's, you know, make her feel like a star.
It was really fun. The kids enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. You got to be silly a little bit, you know. We've had a long week.
They are on a journey. They're on a journey that some will look back on these photographs years from now and see how far they've come. And unfortunately for some of these families, some of these kids, they won't make it.
For far too many families, the portraits are the last ones they'll have of their child. Roughly 25% of the photographed children don't survive, making the pictures perhaps even more meaningful to family and friends.
Our pictures are used at memorials, they're used at funeral services, they're used at fundraisers because these families become super active in trying to find a cure so that other families aren't going through what they've been through. And our pictures are the face of that a lot of the time.
To hear back from a family several months after maybe the journey's ended for their child and they haven't made it, which as a parent, I can't even imagine that pain. But for them to fight through that and take the time to reach out to me and say, I can't tell you how much it meant to me, to our family, to have those photos to look back on that special day. I mean, to me, that's what this is all about. It's about not only for the families where their children don't survive, for the families of the kids that do.
After costs are paid, proceeds go to pediatric cancer research. Over the last decade, Flashes of Hope has raised over $5 million nationally, and it's desperately needed. Cancer kills more children each year than any other disease. Childhood cancer receives only 4% of U.S. federal funding for research. 35,000 children are currently in cancer treatment. And since 1980, only 3 drugs have been approved for use in children. The average cost of a hospital stay for a child with cancer, $40,000.
And I definitely think it gives everybody a little bit of perspective. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It certainly makes me go home and hug my 2 boys every time I finish here, and appreciative of the health that they have. I feel like it also puts a perspective on the day-to-day and the things that we get frustrated by and what we think is a big deal.
The goals for Flashes of Hope are simple. Help find a cure for pediatric cancer. And in the meantime, photograph every child until that cure is found. For Carolina Impact, I'm Jason Terzis reporting.
Thanks so much, Jason. It's great to see those kids smile. Well, here's your chance to get involved. Flashes of Hope needs volunteers, photographers, stylists, and of course, financial donations. The organization also works with Atrium Health's Levine Children's Hospital. Well, as the World Series begins and